Hey everyone, it's the chaplain here coming to you with a little Operation Mincemeat, playing with Lieutenant Dan. We are in the throes of war. He just did his Japan 3 moves, and I have to say he is poised for a gigantic J4 something. He has concentrated the entirety of his navy, everything that he can fit. And that's not all of it. That's just 4 destroyers, a sub, 2 cruisers, and 2 battleships. The rest of it is 3 fully loaded carriers and 3 fully loaded transports. He's got 3 more transports sitting over here with a destroyer. He is bringing his planes nearer the fight. I think he wants to try to hit the Chinese. I would too if I was him. Over here, we just have Tank Nation. It's gone from Tank City to Tank Nation with the Germans. I'm making some questionable moves as Russia, arguably my worst ally to play, so I got to deal with that. But anyway, we are going to get into it. USA turn 3, then China, then the UK. So the US had 54 to spend. That's a 3 and a 2 and a 4, 54 to spend. I'm buying a naval base. I had to pay 6 into my tech, which is advanced shipyards, which is why you'll see some of these purchases line up the way they do. I'm buying 2 allied diplomacy chips. So Dan and I have that squared away and ready to go for the start of round 4. When he can start drawing, I can start drawing. We're in play on some major nations here. We're kind of surrounding Turkey, and I'm sure that he'd love to get his hands on Spain. So I've paid that money. I'm going to buy a sub. I already mentioned the naval base. And then I can buy, with my remaining 36, a battleship and a cruiser. So a little light on the units this turn, but that's okay. I think, I hope, I feel, I pray. All right. So the United States is not at war yet. And so, with that being said, we do have to do a couple of things to prepare for war. And so, I didn't map out, I just got done watching Dan's video. I haven't mapped out any of my US stuff because I've just been waiting to watch his video. And so, you get to be in my brain as I think. Now, obviously, I planned ahead on my purchases, but there we go. All right. So, non-combat moves for the United States. I have 1 infantry over here. All right, but I've got 2 transports and only 1 infantry. So I need some more units over here. So I'm going to rail some guys back, which is perfectly acceptable. I'm going to rail a mech and an artillery, and I think I'll be happy with that. I'm also just realizing I'm giving you the upward shot and not that was my bad. So I'm going to rail, this is a mechanized, and this artillery. Chip away. So I'll bring these over. So it's not necessarily fully loaded transports, but you get the idea. Over here, we're going to leave the Philippines alone yet again because that's the way, I like it. Technically, I can't move my subs and destroyers yet. So I'm just going to bring these transports down with 2 infantry, a mech, and a tank. So I'll just put this under here. Okay. And then I get to place my new units. So naval base is going in Alaska. Makes sense. I've got ships up there. I'm going to put 1, 2, No, I'm not going to do that. I want some bonuses, so I'm going to put them down here. All right, disposition of forces. Before I collect my money, though, I'm allowed to do something very, very fun. So I'm gonna set this down. Make sure I got the angle right. Do my disposition. In Alaska, I have a minor factory and a naval base. In C-Zone 2, I have 2 submarines and a destroyer. In Western U.S., minor factory, air naval, obviously, 2 AAA and a mech. I've got a cruiser, a sub, and a battleship in C-Zone 10. In Hawaii, I have 2 bombers, 1 tank, 1 artillery, 2 mechanized, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 infantry. In the C-Zone, I have 4 transports, 2 cruisers, stand up, 2 destroyers, a battleship, and 2 fully loaded carriers with 3 fighters and a tactical. In the Philippines, I have 2 infantry and a fighter. In the C-Zone 35, I have a submarine and a destroyer. Over here, I have infantry, artillery, mechanized, 2 AAAs, a cruiser, and 2 transports. Ooh, good one. That is the disposition of American forces. Now, I have not been attacked, but it is the end of my 3rd turn. So the United States of America is declaring war against the European and Pacific Axis powers, Germany, Italy, and Japan. We're at war. So what does that mean? That means I collect 52 IPCs. And then I placed 2 units on Western, so that's an additional 5. I control Alaska, Aleutian, Hawaiian, Johnston, and Line. That's an additional 5. I control Mexico, Southeast Mexico, Central America, and West Indies. And I control the Philippines. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20 on top of my 52. So I will have 72 IPCs to spend next turn as the Americans. Here, let's do this the easy way. As easy as we can. It's 30, 40, 45, 52. So there's 52. I'll just grab 2 more. Okay. 72 IPCs to spend on their next turn. Go America. China had 5 to spend, so I'm going to purchase an infantry and save 2. I'm not going to do any attacks. I'm just going to place my new unit. After I do this non-com, I'm going to put that fighter home. So there are a fighter, 3 cavalry, and now 18 infantry in Suyugan. China collects 1. After saving 2, I'll have 3 to spend next turn. Boy, this is fun. All right, and now the big one for me, at least this turn. The UK had 44 to spend. So I had to pay 6 into my tech. Done. Paid for. Done. I'm going to spend 20 on a bomber and 2 artillery, 2 transports and an artillery for the rest of it. That is 18. So 18 and 20 and 6 makes my 44. Combat moves. I'm going to use my heavy bomber to attack the production of this factory in Western Germany. Well, why don't you hit Germany? It's closer to the other front. I feel lucky about Western Germany. Just a gut feeling. So that is going to happen. I'm not going to take anything as far as land is concerned, but I'm going to put a marker there so I don't forget. I'm also... There we go. That's beautiful. You can see that, right? Yes, you can see that. I'm going to send this infantry and this tank and this other infantry and these infantry and this heavy bomber. So 1 infantry from French Equatorial Africa, an infantry and a tank and a heavy strategic bomber from Belgian Congo, and 2 infantry from Ethiopia. Nope, 1 infantry from Ethiopia. The other one is going to walk into Italian Somaliland. I believe he gets an IPC for that, so I'm taking it from him. Okay, and then also up here, I'm marching 3 infantry in with a fighter and a tactical. And then over here, from 76, I'm coming up to 80, and I'm going to transport from eastern Iran into Iran with my transport, accompanied by a battleship, a cruiser, and another cruiser. So, non-com. Since Japan didn't do anything to me, the United Kingdom declares war on the Kingdom of Japan. I'm going to take, and I know this is stupid. I know. You don't have to yell at me for it. I'm going to take Guangxi back for the Chinese. So Japan will go down 1, and China goes up to 2. So that's fun. I'm going to lose Hong Kong, right? So, whatever. That's okay. All right, everything else is non-combat. So, let's go to the strategic bombing raid. He has no fighters to scramble. I did not bring any escorts. So, he gets to throw his AAA fire. Spin this and make sure we get the tray in here. Beautiful. So, AAA going in the cup. That was weird. But that's a miss. My bomber, heavy bomber, gets to throw 2 dice, and then we add 2 to whatever they say. If I'm reading the rules correctly, that is. If I'm not, someone help me. I read the card, I read the book. That is 4 and a 2. So that means 6, and then 2 more is 8. So there are 8 damage. There is 8 damage on that factory. And then my plane will obviously return back to London. So, let me... Ooh. Sweet. I just realized I get to do my damage marker. Do I want smoke? Does that look cool? Or do we prefer flames? I won these and some painted pieces from... actually, no, I got these from the BB3 tournament. I think I like the flame, because that's pretty big. So that's 8. 5 and a 3. 8 damage on that factory. All right. Cool. Zoom out. Sorry, I'm getting a little excited over here. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3 infantry and a tank and a heavy bomber. Heavy bombers in attacks get to throw 4 dice. So, cup is empty. Okay, I've got 3 infantry. I've got a tank and 1 heavy bomber. I just need 1 hit. And I got him all over the place. Okay, so now he will get to return fire. A miss. Excellent. So, I reclaim this. I didn't put a distance marker on this guy because it seemed kind of silly. But now that I'm thinking about it, I do have to land him. So, let me put this chip away. And he went 1, so he'll have 5 left. And these guys went 1 from eastern Iran, so both of those planes will have that. So he has 2 infantry there. Pro-Axis do. I have 4 infantry, a fighter, and a boosted tactical, as well as a battleship and 2 cruisers. So, here's what that's going to look like. Cup is empty. 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry, fighter, boosted tactical, battleship, and 2 cruisers. That was closer than I wanted it to be. All right. He gets 2 in response. 1 hit. All right, so I will lose an infantry and claim Iran. I didn't walk, I ran. That's a joke. All right, those planes have got to land soon. That goes there, that goes there. All right, non-combat. Let's do a little bit of this. So this destroyer is going to go 1-2 and join the French fleet, as is this destroyer, moving 1. This transport is going to move 1, 2. Risky, I know. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. My 2 fighters from London are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and land in Gibraltar. I know I said it wrong. This plane that has 5 left. Boy, I'm not getting any of this in here. I'm so sorry. Oh, this is gone. Bye, Felicia. Yep, I took that back with a vengeance. 5 left. Where do I want to go? I'll just land him back in Belgian Congo. That's fine with me. I'm going to rail these 3 guys up to Belgian Congo. Okay. I'm going to rail this tank over to eastern Iran. I'm going to move this infantry up to Shan State. He's going to stay put. They're going to stay put. Everything else is good. So, I went up by 2. That's worth nothing. I went up 1 there. Place my new units. I'm going to place my artillery. 1 artillery up in London. And then I'm going to place 2 transports in 109. Now, theoretically, he could get me with that bomber. Just the 1. But he would have to fly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bah, 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 bah. Oh, he can't get me there because yeah, no airbase in Romania. Never mind, they're safe. Okay, and then my 2 other artillery and my strategic are going in Calcutta. So, since I'm at war, I'm going to collect 38, and my IPCs change, or my national objectives change, rather. So I have 38 that I'm collecting for my turn. I'm at war in Europe, so I collect this 5, which makes it 43. I control Iran, which makes it 45. And I'm at war with Japan, so I just lost all my math. 40, 50, that looks like 50 to me. 38, 39, 40, 45, 50 IPCs for the Brits. 20, 30, 40, 50. So, that was US, China, and UK 3. I'm the chaplain. I'll be praying for you. Alright, so I collected my money, and then I got really excited, and I was just kind of done, and it's my bedtime, and whatever, but I realized I didn't do a disposition of forces. I realized I didn't land all my planes. I realized I goofed up. Anyway, I can land these planes. They have 3 left. 1, 2, 3. I was told that that was legal in the BBR chat. Disposition of British forces. I've got an infantry in Kwang Tung, 1 in Kwang Si, 1 in Shan State, 1 in Burma, 2 in Malaya, destroyer in 37. I've got 1 British fighter, 1 British bomber, 3 AAAs, 2 artillery, and 9 infantry in India. I'm realizing I only railed 1 tank. That's fine. It's bedtime. tank in eastern Iran, 3 infantry in Iran, transport battleship, 2 cruisers, and 80. Belgian Congo, 3 infantry and a bomber. Italian Somaliland has an infantry. There are 3 infantry and a tank in Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. Tank, tactical, fighter in Egypt, which I know is a weak defense. 2 artillery in Tobruk. 2 British destroyers in 92. 2 British fighters in Gibraltar. Transport in 104. 2 transports in 109. In London, 5 AAAs. Mechanized. 3 infantry, artillery. Don't know if I said bomber already or not. Those are the British troops. My bad. Going to bed. I'll upload this in the morning.